Hey, good evening, hockey fans. Here we are coming to you live from Lane, Minnesota, where you're here to watch your Voyageurs take on Team South Dakota. We're a little bit ahead of schedule here. The schedule showed 8:20 start time, and we are currently looking at about an 8:15 start time. I'm going to give you a quick look at the goalie cams. There's Libby in net. Your Voyageurs wearing their away jerseys. That was wrong. I got absolutely home or away. They are away. So they are in their dark orange, trimmed in white and black. Coming up playing against South Dakota, which is in a whole bunch of red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. Trimmed in red, white, and blue. White helmets looking like a team. We're going to give you the best camera. So the other camera angle we have for you today is this one. I was not able to get behind the net for goalie cam number 2. So we've got kind of a side goalie cam. So we're going to go with that. Get a quick count on the teams here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like 18 South Dakota players, and we should have a full roster, here today. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I know we're missing Annie, the goalie. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Oh, looks like we got 16 in orange this evening. So we got Team South Dakota there for you. Here's Libby Cam. Just able to get that goal line for you, just in case a puck comes close to crossing. We can get a good view on it. Hope everybody's having a great day, or hope they're coming through loud and clear. Give you the best camera view here. So I am looking for unused, not too old iPhones. They have better cameras. We got 2:49 to 48 on the warm-up clock here. I'm going to add in our scoreboard earlier today. So let's get that up there for you. Now this one shows Team North Dakota. We're going to have to go in and edit that. South Dakota. There we go. At least we got that going for us. In the warm-up clock. Yeah, I think we only have 16 players here this weekend, so we're missing a few. Goalie Byron is going to get the whole weekend. Goalie Nelson had already committed and is in another tournament this weekend, and she was their only goalie. Minute to go. If you're watching on YouTube, the new Hockey Dad YouTube channel, feel to like, subscribe, share that thing, get the notifications. You should see all 4 games this weekend. already preloaded into the YouTube channel. So feel free to like and subscribe. Am I controlling you?
You can, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
The Zoom.
I want you to have it. Interesting. I don't want to do that. That's all on you. Thanks again to my helper, Doc, the broadcast here. See if I can remember players' names here. 7 is Spaeth. 5 is Quo, 4 is Olsen, 3 is McDonald, 2 is Jokinen, 12 is Rose, 13 is Dodge, 14 is Putnam, 15 is Strawn, 16 Hill, 17 Longer, 18 Johnson, 19 Gross, 11 Fuller. So it looks like we got Hills out there with McDonald. Voyageurs win the draw. Have it along the near wall here. Hills throws it into the offensive zone. Quo goes down to an easy warming up. Gets thrown up ice. That's Gross throwing it on net. Blocked by South Dakota. Hills from behind the net. This one comes out to Spaeth. And now South Dakota's going to try and break out of their own zone here. 2-on-4 looks like. They tap it into the offensive zone. Going to be picked up by Gross. Gets stolen off her pocket. South Dakota banks out to the point it goes. First shot attempt. No, they're going to dump it in deep. Picked up by South Dakota. Cole tried to get a handle on it. Taken there by South Dakota. Now they're into the near circle. Driving to the back wall. That was McDonald to go get it. Now Cole along the far wall. Gross is going to pick it up. Stolen away by South Dakota again. They've got it in deep. Voyageurs already needing to change. They're a minute and 15 in. Up to Hills. Long shifter. Hills is going to dump. Peels off for a change. Quo goes in on the forecheck. Out comes Clay Bundy and Dodge. Now the far wall. Spaeth on defense does the old spinorama. He tries to pass to Fuller. Just missed there. South Dakota now picks it up along the near wall, passing it across ice. That's Arneson to grab it. That gets knocked off of Dodge's stick. Clay Bundy gonna hustle in there for it. He wraps it around to Fuller. He picks it up off the wall. Gets picked off by South Dakota. South Dakota with it again. They're going to go in deep. That was Rose. It's underneath the South Dakota player. Now it goes back out to center. South Dakota goes cross-ice. Up off the wall. 14 is Putnam. Tries to center. Nobody home. Picked off by South Dakota. Wrapped around the long wall. Kept in. Four goes off for a change. Putnam after it. Longberg's hot off the bench. Longberg's going to pick it up along the wall. This is the Clay Bundy. Clay Bundy wraps it in. That's going to be Putnam for it. He gets munched into the wall. South Dakota now busting out. Ison's waved off. Clay Bundy's going to pick it up along the back line. He's going to wrap it around to Wongberg. He loses the handle. South Dakota along the far wall. Clay Bundy in there 1-on-2. Now she's got a helper. That's Dodge trying to help. Wongberg going to pick it up. She's going to wrap it around to Putnam. Just taking off her stick. Wongberg 1-on-4. Tries to go around. Bulldozes over a South Dakota player. Picks up her own garbage. Now gets taken off her stick. Arneson with it. She's hot off the bench, showing a little speed. Going around a couple of red, white, blue players. South Dakota then takes it off her stick. Now she gets it back. And South Dakota's going to throw it into the near corner. I still don't have any shots on goal. We're about 5.5 minutes in here. Here come the Voyageurs. It's Hills with Olsen. And Hodrother's in there. South Dakota out to behind their own net. Good opportunity for goalie cam. Here we go. South Dakota in that far wall. Fouling away. They're trying to pick it up. Olsen throws it wide. Arneson tries to pinch. Back goes Hills. Hills going to throw it behind her own net over to Gross. Right on the slot it is. Picked off by South Dakota. Now it comes out to center. They go cross ice. And now up to Gross. Tries to get over to Arneson. And shooting that space. In there with McDonald. McDonald's getting her stick held up. And the Voyageurs are going to get their first shot on net. 6 minutes, 32 in. We finally got a shot on goal. McDonald, Rose, Arneson, Whoa. Clay Bundy out there. Well, drives to center to Rose. That got picked off. South Dakota's going to throw it out to center. Over to Arneson. Arneson with a nice pass to Whoa, out the slot. Her stick gets tied up. Rose dumps it to Clay Bundy. He throws it to net. Saved by the South Dakota goalie. Clay Bundy's going to keep it in his zone. Goes off a South Dakota player. Nice job by Quo. Tries to center. Nobody home. Steals it again. Makes a move. Goes back to McDonald. McDonald looking for somebody to pass to. He tries the old Spinorama. Quo in there trying to get a handle on it. And South Dakota comes away with it. Nice job by Quo. Back to Clay Bundy. He backhands it over to McDonald. Top scorer of the team right now with 3 points off last weekend. She throws it in deep. They're going to go off for a line change. Arneson and Clay Bundy still on defense. Arneson's going to be able to keep it in the zone, but doesn't get it all the way back in deep. South Dakota's going to come away with it. Clay Bundy will be the first one there. He's going to wrap it up along the wall. Picked off by South Dakota. Back to Clay Bundy. She goes behind her own net. There she went. That is Putnam with it. Putnam tries to get it over to Quo. This goes through her wickets. They trying to be the first one there, but it'll be South Dakota, and that's going to be icing on South Dakota. Which is going to bring the face-off to the left of the South Dakota goalie. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Friday evening broadcast. Coming to you on YouTube and Facebook. We're down in Blaine. This is Hammer on the draw. Hammer with Putnam and Fuller. Spade and Gross on D. Putnam goes over to Fuller and just off on the one-timer. Hammer keeps it in deep. Fuller picks it up from behind the net, looking for someone to pass to. He gets it back over to Putnam. Pinching in is Gross. Kept in by Hammer. Throws it over to Fuller. Fuller over to Spade. Shot. That gets blocked by South Dakota. Back down to Spade. Throws it on net. Just barely caught the pad. That almost went under. Great shot on net. Low hard on the ice. Goalie dropped down to that. I thought it snuck under. She must have got it by the laces. Face off one. Hills got in front of the net. Longberg was centered. Hills still with it. Now the puck's going to go into the corner. Dodge going to try and get after it. Dodge still along the wall with Longberg. Longberg pushes somebody over. Dodge still with it. Gross throws it over to Hills. Hills shot right in the old mitt. So shots right now 4-0 for your Voyageurs. 14:21 to go in the first half. We're still playing two halves of hockey. This is Dodge on the draw. Goes back to the back of South Dakota line. Hills there. Arneson trying to keep it in, playing some good D. South Dakota still with it. Kept in by Arneson. Nope, now it pops out. Clay Bundy to go grab it. Clay Bundy's going to wrap it around. Kept in by, no, here we go. Out to center. Goes on the chase. Ooh, just about got this. Clay Bundy strong on the stick, makes a move. Good at the line. Clay Bundy making a move, dancing, shooting. Just live right in the South Dakota goalie. Arneson trying to keep it in. He'll throw it on net. Another save by the South Dakota goalie. Clay Bundy to throw it towards the net. South Dakota with it. Still trying to get it out of the zone. Good puck pressure by your Voyageurs. And that one's going to come back to Arneson. He throws it up to Hills. Hills 1-on-4 is going to dump it in deep. They're going to peel off for a change. South Dakota's gathering it up. Just tipped away by Olsen. Olsen off the backhand. Throws it over to Cantel. Back to Spade. Tried to keep it in. She still gives it another whack. Olsen chasing. Rose is in there. Kept in by Gross. She throws it back in deep. Olsen goes down in a heap. That's going to put South Dakota in the box. Looks like it's going to be a hook. No interference. So first penalty on the weekend. Looks like it's going to number 11 for South Dakota. 2 minutes for interference. And that's going to put your Voyageurs on the power play. So we got a 2-minute power play here. 12:28 to go left in the first half. I see Rose, Spaeth, Gross. Nice job by Spaeth to keep it in the zone. Low shot, blocked out front. Saved by the South Dakota goalie. South Dakota's going to pick it up in the near corner. They wrap it around the wall, try to get it out. Gross is in there. Nice job by Spaeth. 1:30 left in the power play. Gross to pick it up along the wall. Over to Rose. Rose tries to get it through the wickets to Olsen. Everybody's looking for the puck. Rose comes up with it. Back to the South Dakota D. 107 left in the power play. Spaeth keeps it in the zone. Oddrob is in there doing a little forecheck. And here comes South Dakota with a little room. 1-on-3. Stolen away by Rose. Or wait, excuse me, that was Putnam. Hits close. He tips her in the offensive zone. That's going to be picked up by South Dakota. They throw it out. Clay Bundy. Over to Arneson. Shot. Right on goal. South Dakota goalie says, give me a whistle. There's 26 left in the first half. Excuse me, 26 left in the period. 10:54 to go in the half. This one comes back to Arneson. She goes over to Clay Bundy. Clay Bundy throws it up in the air. Saved by the goalie. With 15 to go. I've got the shots now 9-0. House has an 8-0. Good job on the cameraman. This one goes back to the Clay Bundy. He rips another one. That gets blocked by South Dakota. And that one's going to go over to Butler. He gets crunched along the wall, and South Dakota's going to go back in the box. Libby's getting pulled. McDonald trying to get a handle on it. She's going to throw it over to Putnam. Putnam gets hooked and spun around, and that's going to get us the whistle. And we're going to see South Dakota back in the box. Looks like number 17. Let's see what the ref calls here. 17 White for checking. Which brings out Hammer, Fuller, looks like Hills. With Spaeth and Gross on D. Fuller, this is it back to Gross. Back to Fuller, back to Gross. Back to Gross. Shot and a goal! So Gross gets it. So first goal, that's going to be a power play. First half, that's from 15, 7, and maybe 11 on the question mark. Let's see if the refs had in on that. That's a power play goal. Makes it 1-0 for the Voyageurs. That one looks like Fuller threw it off the backup goalie for South Dakota. He's standing right there. There's our other goalie, Libby. All right. So we're going to go back to center ice. So the defense comes up strong, gets the first goal. Back to Spaeth. She whiffs a little bit on the shot. Hammer tries to spin. Nice back check by the girls. South Dakota gets it in deep now. Throw up behind Libby. That was knocked off Space stick. Out to the point for South Dakota. Shot. Saved by the goalie. And now this one comes out to Fuller. He tries to thread it over to Hills. Hills got the jump on it. He could be the first one there. Tries the center. That goes nowhere. Out to Clay Bundy. Clay Bundy with a shot. That goes wide in the South Dakota goalie. Now goes behind the South Dakota net. South Dakota looking for something to pass to. Rosie's in there. Arneson's in there. Over to Dodge. Dodge tried to get it on the forehand. Stolen by South Dakota. Clay Bundy looking for it. She'll be the first one there. She's going to try and go around her own net. Throws it up ice to Rose. Rose drops it off to a South Dakota player looking for Wongberg. Wongberg strong on her stick. Gets it over to Rose. Rose back with it. And from her knees, South Dakota takes it. And that's Arneson with it again. 7:49 to go here in the first half. 1-0 is your score. Both teams back at full strength. This is Hadrava with it. Hadrava tries to get out of the zone. She's going to chuck it over to Rose. She tries to dump it in deep. She's going to peel off for a change. South Dakota to take it back behind their own net. And they're going to throw it off ice. Spade with it. She's got it. And offsides is the call. Hadrava snuck in just a little bit early. And we're going to get a face-off right in front of us here. Good check on our goalies. Face-off is down. This one goes over the goal scorer, Gross. Chucks it over to Spade. Love that hard passing. Now this one goes into the offensive zone. South Dakota's going to pick it up. South Dakota trying to get out of their own zone. They do. And that one's going to be icing on South Dakota. Hope you're all enjoying the broadcast this Friday evening. We got 6:56 to go here in the first half. 1-0 is your score. We are down at Fogarty Arena in Blaine. This is your Voyageurs versus South Dakota. Feel free to like and subscribe so you get all the notifications when the next games are coming up. Also share the links with anybody you want. More watchers, the better. Here's Voyageurs trying to get in the offensive zone. They whack it in. Here comes Putnam with it. Oh! Shot! Oh, what a save by the goalie! Hadrava had it. Great save by the goalie. Gross throws it back to Hadrava. That one gets picked up high. South Dakota trying to get it out of the zone, and they do. Icing's waved off. Olsen does the old spinorama. She's going to wrap it over to Hadrava. She lost the handle. Now back behind the net goes Gross. He's there, over to Hadrava. Hadrava gets her pocket picked. South Dakota trying to center, nobody home. 6 minutes even. We're going to get a cross check now. So 17 white, second penalty for a cross check. So that's going to put your Voyageurs back on the power play. With 5:53 to go. Looks like McDonald, Hills, Quo, back to the Clay Bundy. Over to Arneson. Down deep to Hills. Back to Arneson. The Clay Bundy. Arneson right in the slot, shot, goes wide right of the goalie. Quo has it, she's got a stick between her legs. Somebody tried the can opener, didn't work. Nice job of Mariah McDonald to keep it deep. Quo's gonna try to get it along the wall. Hills out front, tried to get it to McDonald, oh, just couldn't get the stick on it. 1:20 to go in the penalty, 5:12 in the period and a half. Back to the Clay Bundy. Over to Quo. Quo makes a move. Quo 1-on-4. Tries to feed it through some skates. Clay Bundy picks it up. Over to Arneson, right in the slot. Shot. Goes wide right. Clay Bundy going to pick it up again. She's going to chuck it around deep. Picked up by McDonald. She tries to stuff a truck. Nobody home. McDonald still with it. Throws it back to Arneson. Tries for the tip was Quo. That got denied. Now South Dakota comes away with 40 to go in the penalty. They throw it up ice to the Clay Bundy. Over to Hills. McDonald off for a change. The Hammer hot off the bench. Hills throws it behind the net. Hammer gets it back in deep. Spade and Clay Bundy still out there. Gross the joint. Clay Bundy off for a change. That gets Gross back out. Gross is able to keep it in. This is over to the Hammer time. Oh no! Nice play. So another power play goal. Hammer time from Rose and Gross. Another power play goal. Going to make it 2-0. Pretty goal. South Dakota is able to get it in deep. 3:50 to go here. Fuller tries to dish it off to somebody breaking out front. Stolen away by South Dakota. Now Rose has it. South Dakota going to pick it off. Spade's now with it. He's trying to go around everybody. Fuller with a shot. That gets blocked by South Dakota. Spades with it. Does go Spinorama. Hammer tried to drop it off. Stolen. Ball good at the line. Fuller tried to tip it to Hammer. He throws it in deep. South Dakota trying to break out of their own zone here. They're going to throw it in deep. This will be Gross around to go get it. Gross cross ice, just gets out of the reach of Dodge, and that's going to be offsides on South Dakota. So 2 power play goals to start the game here. We had offsides on South Dakota, so the face-off just outside the defensive zone here. Arneson with it. He's going for a skate. Driving the net, trying to go through 3 South Dakota players. No call on the trip. Putnam's there. Longberg gave it a whack. Dodge along the wall. Dodge with a shot right into the breadbasket. There's the South Dakota goalie. We're going to get a face-off to the right of the South Dakota goalie. That's Dodge with it. Now Putnam with it. He's going for a skate. Longberg's out there. She's out in front of the net. Putnam still with it on the backhand. That gets denied. D-to-D pass that Clay Bundy got denied. She wrapped it up ice. And the arm's up. That's going to be icing on the Voyageurs with 1:51 to go here. We're going to get a face-off to the left of Byron. Refs are getting them to put another goal up on the scoreboard. We got it right. Face off down. Won by your Voyageurs. Gross has it behind the net. Hill's in there battling for it. Trying to come away with it. That goes off the skate of Hadrava. Hadrava tips it over to Hills. Ball good at the line. Hills shot blocked by South Dakota. They're going to throw it up ice. Kept in by Gross. Into the wickets, the winger. Hadrava with a swing and a miss. Oh, by Hills goes wide. wide by a foot. Hills has it. Right out front with a backhand. That was Olsen. Now South Dakota coming away with it. Just got to keep it out of his zone as Olsen. Olsen's going to throw it back to Gross. Gross going to whip it over to Hills. Hills will be the first one there. She's going to get it in deep. And they're going to crowd her other way. Hill's going to go off for a change. Kept in by Spade. And South Dakota goalie says, give me a whistle. With 45.8 to go. Both teams going to get a wholesale change here.
Let's go!
Bench cam. Game cam. Goalie cam. Game cam. Hogdog on the drop. Chloe then trying to do the forecheck. South Dakota throws it up ice. Now cross ice it comes. Quick spinorama by South Dakota. Nice pass. McDonald has it. Trying to get some room to roam. Throws it up to Rose. She gets it picked off her stick. The Clay Bundy's going to go get it. Bundy off the wall to McDonald. That one went out the head of Arneson. Quo's going to pick it up with 5 to go. Going to have to hurry. That's going to wrap it up for the first half. So that's going to end the first half. Well, we got .2 on the clock. I heard the buzzer go. There it is. So it is the end of the half. Nice job. Oh, would you put up? Scoreboard cam. We'll get them skating off here. So that'll end the first half. 2-0 for your Voyageurs. Shots on goal. I've got it 15-1. 15-1 in the first half. So we're 2-0. We're going to do a quick resurface here, and we'll be back at you in about 10 minutes. Time to go get your stacks, everybody. Okay, Friday night hockey fans, we are in for a good one here. 2-0 is the score after the first half. Your Voyageurs dominating the shots, 15-1, playing some great defense. Give you bench cam here. Playing some great defense. Let's hope they can keep it going. When we had this for the last game playing North Dakota, North Dakota came out strong in the second half and played a whole lot tougher. We'll get the Libby warm-up cam here. That is Fuller trying to warm up Byron. South Dakota back on the ice now. With your bench cam, there they are. Warm-up cam. So we're missing 4 players for the Voyageurs this weekend, it looks like. 1 goalie and 3 regular players. You'll notice while we were gone, as we continue to improve the broadcast here, we now have the Voyager logo on the scoreboard, so not only team color, but team logo on there. Reminder to enjoy the broadcast, click the like button or subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell for the notification that you get notified when we put a game up on the schedule so you don't miss them. Both teams getting a little talking to with the coaches here. So 23 minutes up on the halves here. Again, we're playing 2 halves instead of 3 periods with a resurface in between. So 46 minutes of hockey instead of 3 15-minute periods and 2 resurfaces. I suppose that's how they save some ice time. Score is 2-0. Penalties in the first half. Both goals today were power play goals. All 3 penalties taken by South Dakota. Interference checking and a cross check. McDonald, Clow, and probably Hills to start here. Gross and Spade on defense. South Dakota trying to control. Both trying to keep it in the zone. He's unable to. Here comes South Dakota. Gross does a nice job of knocking that off her stick. Gross going to pick it up. Just going to try and split the D. That gets thrown off of her stick. Gross now chasing along the far wall to hash marks. Now Spade's going to pick it up. Go behind her own net. Space is slow. Still there. He tried to drop it off. That got stuck in the skates of the South Dakota player. They now come back at it the other way. Gross going to throw it back into the ice. Here it was onside, so that was going to come all the way back to Byron. Goes by her left side, so that's going to be icing on South Dakota. So we're going to get a face-off to the right of the South Dakota goalie. Right there in front of goalie camp. Looks like Dodge, Wongberg, Fuller with Clay Bundy and Arneson. Ball goes back to Arneson. She dumps it in behind the net. South Dakota's going to pick it up. Fuller's going to try and get there along the far wall. And does. Arneson trying to keep it in. Wongberg battling along the wall. Now Dodge with it. Dodge trying to get the handle on it. Wongberg goes down. South Dakota's going to try the opposite way. Now they're going to come the busy way. Fuller tries to wrap it off the wall. Goes to Wongberg. Wongberg still got it. Throws it back to the Bundy. Shot goes off Wongberg. No, it goes wide of Wongberg. And this one's back to Arneson. Over to Fuller behind the net. Fuller looking at somebody to pass to. Oh, she sent her to the slot. Nobody home. Here comes South Dakota 2-on-2. And they dump it into the zone. Dodge tries to get a handle on it. Wongberg's getting in there. Back to center ice for South Dakota. Fuller whacking at it. Dodge giving a whack at it. Now South Dakota throws it in deep. Wraps around the far wall. Goes over to Hadrava. South Dakota steals. Bundy. South Dakota's trying to center. Good job by Bundy back there. Bundy's still with it. South Dakota down in a heap. Back to the point, picked off by Dodge. Now back to Clay Bundy. Up the wall. Fuller loses the handle. Fuller rips. Oh! And scores! Holy moly! Getting called off on the ice. Stays out, plays the puck. That might be unassisted. The long shift's going to get rewarded. And that's going to make it 3-0. She's going down in the heap. Did you get that on video? Yeah, that'll be one we'll want the replay for. And this one goes back. It is icing on South Dakota, so that one's going to come all the way back. Quick bench cam for you. So this one's going to come to the left of the South Dakota goalie. That was Rose trying to get the shot off. South Dakota now has it. They're trying to get through center. Nice shot to split the knee for South Dakota. Right from the slot. A great save by Myra. Even though she's not sleeping back there. With 19:23 to go in the half. Or in regulation. That was Hammer on the draw. Hammer and Hadrava are chasing up ice. Not enough for icing. South Dakota's going to slingshot around their own net. Olsen there to keep it in deep. Now she lost the handle. Rose keeps it in. Throws it in deep. This should be Hadrava to pick it up. Hadrava centers. Trying to get it to the Hammer. Putnam threw it towards the net. That was blocked. Backhand just goes wide by Hadrava. South Dakota now trying to come through center. Stolen by the Hammer. Now got knocked off her stick. Voyageurs changing. Here comes South Dakota. Nice back check by Blow. Saved by Byron. Two South Dakota players down. Good chance the other way. Hadrava shot over the top. Might have hit the crossbar. Right out front. Picked up by Hills. Hills with a shot. That gets tipped up. Stays in play. Quo trying to get it back to Hills. She's going to try and throw it in deep. McDonald's back there. Changing on the fly with South Dakota. Nice shot by Quo in the back check. Here comes Spaeth. Working to the slot. They're going to try to get to the forehand. One too many dangles. The pace is picked up significantly here. Gross tries to keep it in the zone. South Dakota 2 on 1 for hurry, but no go there. Nice job by McDonald. And that's going to be offsides on South Dakota. Byron facing the first grade A chance of the night. Stood tall. This is Longberg, Dodge, Fuller, Bundy, and Arneson. Arneson gets it over to Fuller. Fuller tries to get it to Dodge. Just in time. Dodge 1-on-3. Picked up by Longberg. Denied. She lost the handle. Dodge throws it towards the net. That's denied. Fuller along the wall. She tries to get it back to Arneson. Back to Fuller. Oh, missed the pass. Bundy goes back to get it. That's the Clay Bundy, but I'm going to shorten it up to Bundy. Reminds me of Married with Children, but that's a whole other story. Arneson up to the Dodge. Speaking of Bundy, he loves his Dodge. Longberg, Dodge. Throws it over to Longberg. Longberg back to Dodge. Oh, great save by the South Dakota goalie. Arneson's going to pick it up. Fuller on the cover. Arneson in deep. Stolen to corner. Longberg throws it back over to Fuller. Fuller over to Bundy. Bundy looking for somebody to pass to. Fuller. Oh, just tried to get it to the Dodge. Shot! Saved by the goalie. That was Hodrova getting a shot off. And that should be icing. Nope, Bundy's going to get there too quick. Icing's waved off. She wraps it around the net. That's going to come over to Dodge. Picked up by South Dakota. Denied. Olsen with it. She's got Hodrova. Hodrova goes to the forehand shot. Saved by the goalie. Hodrova again with it. Good fast pace going here. 15:46 to go in the regulation. Back to Putnam. Putnam does the old spinorama dance. That goes off on South Dakota shin pad. This one's going to be Rose. Gets tipped off her stick. Putnam, one-on-one shot. Looks like that went wide of Byron. South Dakota's going to throw it back in deep. Putnam's going to be first to grab it. He's going to get it up to Dodge. South Dakota off the hash mark, top of the circle, lost the handle. Dodge now with it. Dodge is on a long kick. Putnam does the old spinorama again. Over to Rose. Rose to pick it up. She tries to get it over to Hodrova. Back to the point for South Dakota. Shot. Save Byron. And second save Byron with a quick whistle. Ref lost sight of the puck. Speed's picked up a notch or two here in the second half. 4:45 to go. Both teams switching them up here. Libby Cam. This one looks like Hammond, Quo, Gross, Hills. Here we come through center. Quo's got to pull up. Hills lost the handle. Set it right out front for Quo. And the goalie got the mid on it and said, "Give me a whistle." Face off coming to the left of the South Dakota goalie. Hammer time on the draw. Back over to Gross. Tipped. Saved right into the old breadbasket for the goalie. Face off this time going to come to the right of the goalie. Still 3-0, 14-15 to go in regulation. Hammer on the draw. Quo back to Gross. Hammer tries the center. That gets denied. Here comes South Dakota with some speed. 1-on-2. Pulls up, looking for somebody to pass to. He lost the handle. They go cross ice. Stolen away by Hills. Hits Hammer in the skate. Hammer's going to throw it in deep. They're going off for a change. Fuller and McDonald now. Back over to Spade. He loses the handle. 2-on-1 against Gross. Gross with a nice poke check. Armstrong tries to throw it up, gets it to Fuller. Fuller picks it up at the blue line. He gets it poked off her stick. So there, South Dakota picks it away. Arneson with it. Over to Gross. And that one gets by Wongberg. This is Arneson. Over to Wongberg. Wongberg spins. Got a head of steam. Wongberg goes down. Lost the handle there. And that's going to get us an offsides. And it looks like the face-off's going to come just outside the offensive zone for the Voyageurs. McDonald on the draw. About to try to get through center. Bundy's going to try and get it in deep. That gets denied. And that is going to come all the way back, made by Byron. Put it along the wall. Tries to get it over to Wongberg. Finally does. Wongberg's going to try and wrap it in deep. Is that loose?
A little bit, yeah.
Next whistle, we'll have to fix her up. Here you go. South Dakota comes back to the Bundy. Bundy throws one. Oh, tip try by Olsen. That didn't work. Wongberg hot off the off on a change. And South Dakota just trying to get it out of the defensive zone. Picked up by McDonald on the backhand. Tried to center. Olsen just couldn't get there. Back to the Bundy. Shot goes wide right of South Dakota goalie. Olsen's going to pick it up. Right out front in the slot. Dives gets denied. That gets blocked by South Dakota. He's coming the other way. 1-on-2. 1-on-3. Nice job by Rose. Tipped up is Dodge. Dodge has it. Dodge is moving. Shot goes wide left. Hodrov is going to keep it in the zone. Hodrov is still banging. This is Putnam behind the net. So they're trying the backhand shove. Nope, that didn't work. Dodge along the wall. Hodrov in there to help. Over to Olsen. Putnam now on the backhand. Spins. Tries to get over to Rose. She does right from the slot. Over to Dodge. Stripped it low. Saved by the goalie. Here comes South Dakota the other way. Good job by Hadrava. And South Dakota's going to dump it in deep. Picked up by Putnam. She whiffed on the pass. This is Hadrava trying to get it in deep. That's going to go to a South Dakota player. And good save by Byron. He did the shot. It was close. He puts it in the mitt and says, "Give me a whistle." So the Voyageurs switching them up here. There's the Libby cam. Face off to the left of Byron. Puck's down, won by South Dakota. They throw it up the wall here again. And again. Hammer trying to get it out. Shot. That goes wide right of Byron. Clove's going to pick it up. He's showing some wheels. Makes a move. Getting pestered. Makes the move. Dishes it off. Oh, that's one you probably should have taken the shot. She earned it the whole way in. What a move. Goes out front. Back to Hills. Over to Space. To Gross. Cole tried to help. Back to Gross again. She's going to keep it in deep. Hills is going to go on the forecheck. She steals it. Throws it back to Space. Lost the handle. Hills throws it towards the net. That hits two South Dakota players. It's all good at the line. Here comes South Dakota again. Picked off by Hammer. Hammer tried to make a move. .8:51 to go. Goes back to the point. Tipped. Oh, good save by the goalie. South Dakota trying to break out. Now they do 1-on-3. Up to McDonald. Longberg onside. McDonald driving the hash marks. Shot. And nice shot by Gross. At least your main connections are good to go. Face-off going to come to the right of the South Dakota goalie. Back to Bundy. Oh, Bundy tried to go cross ice. Picked off by South Dakota. 3-on-2. Nice job by Arneson going backwards, driving the player wide. Still on the backhand, in the slot, back to the point. Shot, tip, save, Byron. Longberg in the corner with Bundy. Bundy hauls down her player, no call. They try to center. Fuller throws it off to McDonald. McDonald's going wide. Oh, just got tipped off her stick. Back to Bundy. Over to Hadrava. Excuse me, that was Arneson. Here comes South Dakota again. 3-on-2. And that was offside by South Dakota. Just jumped in a little bit ahead. So 3-0 still your score. 7:11 left in the regulation. Using that is super clear. Face-off just in front of us here. Dodge on the face-off. Won by South Dakota with a big whip. Dodge steals, has a step. She's around the D. Dodge lost the handle. It's loose, right out in front of the goalie. Pandemonium in front of the net. Bodies flying everywhere. Now that's how, if you're South Dakota, you crash the net. Both teams still going the same lines. Dodge on the draw. Dodge goes back to Putnam. Putnam tries to get the shot off. Saved by the goalie. This is Olsen trying to get in there with Hadrava. Comes back to Putnam. She makes a move. Still at the circle. She's in deep. Hadrava cover. That goes back to a South Dakota player. South Dakota coming the other way. They get by Hadrava. Right out in front. That missed by a mile and a half. Dodge gets it picked off her stick. Comes back to Rose. Rose feeds it over to Hadrava. Now back to Putnam. Feeds it over to Dodge. South Dakota coming the other way, 1-on-3 off the hash mark, so throw it in deep, 6 to go. Putnam's going to try the other route. Passes it to herself off the wall, stolen by South Dakota, who tried to center. Picked off at the point, Olsen with the steal. Olsen's going around the net. Olsen throws it up, tries to get it out of the zone. They finally do. Hadrava trying to win a battle. Here comes South Dakota the other way. Rose to pick it up. Hammer time in there. Rose, cross ice to Hadrava. Beats the Hammer. Hammer's got a step, trying to get around the D. Hammer's loose. Hammer time. Oh, right in the goalie's mitt. Came popped out of there. Hard shot by Hammer. Hills takes a shot. Another save by the South Dakota goalie. Was that a heck of a game? 5:01 to go. Hammer on the draw. She wins it, goes back to Hills. Hills is going to dump it back to Spade. Spade takes a shot. That goes wide left of the South Dakota goalie. Rose pinching. Over to Hammer time. Close going to go in there, using some leverage. She's still digging. Tries to center to Hammer. Nobody home. Rose is going to keep it in deep. She whacks it around. Cole will be the first one there. Now back to Spaeth. Makes a step. Still atop the circle. Another move, another move. Shot. Oh! Another save by the goalie. That might have been two. Hills into the corner. 4:10 to go now. Nice shift by this line. Hills right in the slot. Ripped. Oh, goes wide left of the goalie. Rose trying to keep it in. She pinches. Arms up for icing. And it makes it with 3:54 to go. Voyageurs coming out strong here late in the second half. So McDonald, Wongberg, Fuller, Bundy, and Arneson. McDonald on the draw, just to the right of the South Dakota goalie. Puck's down, goes to Wongberg. Who lost the handle. South Dakota trying to get by Bundy. That's denied. Right top of the slot. Nice job by McDonald picking a pocket. McDonald going up the near side here. And that one's going to go cross ice. Ison's going to get waved off. Arneson makes a move. South Dakota on the backhand. That's blocked. Saved by Byron. It's got a piece of it underneath the leg pad. With 3:10 to go in the second half. Face-off going to come to the right of Byron. McDonald still on the draw. Back to McDonald. She's going to spin around. Over to Wongberg. Wongberg and Bundy. Everybody digging in there. 2-on-2. Just outside the camera angle here. Wongberg pushes it off to McDonald. Fuller throws it back over to McDonald. That's a good give and go. She's trying to get around three. She's on the backhand. She makes the move. What a save by the South Dakota goalie. Comes up strong again with 2:32 to go. Still 3-2. Both teams switching them up here. That brings out Dodge, Hadrava, and Olsen. Putnam and Rose on defense. Trying to get the girls down here. Putnam, shot, saved by the South Dakota goalie. 2:23 to go. Putnam trying to get it back in deep. Nice move by Hadrava. He tries to center. That gets picked off by South Dakota. They're going to dump it in deep. That's going to get Rose to be the first one there. He throws it up ice to Dodge. Olsen takes it. Dodge able to get it over out of the zone. Still strong on the stick, but that now comes back to Putnam. Throws it over to Rose. Rose hits Olsen. Olsen's around the D on the forehand, backhand forehand shot. Another great save by the goalie. Here comes South Dakota. Rose to beat. Nice job by Rose, strong on the stick. Nice, clean move. Rose still with it. Back to Hadrava. Now over to Dodge. Dodge makes a quick move, loses the handle, but now grabs it back. Onside, Dodge throws it into the corner. 1:16 and counting. Nice job by Hadrava on the steal. Looking for Dodge, nobody home. Tries to get it to Olsen and no dice. 3-on-2 for South Dakota. 1 minute to go. 1 minute. Taken away by Gross. Hadrava, forehand, and a goal! 48 seconds. Did you see any assist on that one? Refs are talking about it. Trying to make sure we get the stats right. See if we can read lips when they come up. So with 48 to go, the puck's down. South Dakota wins the draw. Now Hill's with it. Hill's with it again. She's going to get it in deep with 35 to go. Stuck in the wickets of Quo. Now South Dakota grabs it again. They come through center 2-on-2 here. Spaeth picks it up, 21 to go. Over to Quo. Nice transition by Quo. Gross able to keep it in the zone. That's going to wrap it up. Gross able to keep it in the zone. That's going to wrap it up with 4 to go. With 4 to go. Can here. So we're going to finish it up at 4-0. So we're going to finish it up at 4-0 for your Voyageurs. And for your Voyageurs, with the shot count here. With the shot count here. Total of 8 for the Voyageurs. 35. I might count for your 35. I might count for your Voyageurs. Voyageurs. Get you the handshakes here. Good game. Girls are playing well. Now they're going to have a tougher test tomorrow. I think we come up against a couple of teams that hang out near Edina.